So today, YieldMax Group C announced their distributions. Stick around and we'll go over that and also get an update on MSTY. Hello my friends, this is Legend. So Group C announced their distributions today. And in Group C we have ABNY, AMDY, CONY, CVNY, FIAT, MSFO, NFLY, PYPY, HOOY. And then of course we do have our weekly pairs of CHPY, GPTY, LFGY, QDTY, RDTY, SDTY, ULTY, YMAG, and YMAX. Let's just go ahead and check out to see what we got paid out and who paid the most out of each group here. Okay, so here we are on the announcement sheet, and this is for the Group C of YieldMax for May 28th, 2025. Let's just run through these and see what we've got. So CHPY will pay out 38 cents. GPTY is going to pay out 28 cents. LFGY, 49 cents. Still sticking around that 40-some cent range. Seems to be pretty stable at that distribution rate. QDTY, 31 cents. RDTY, 35 cents. SDTY, 25 cents. ULTY with 9 cents. And check out YMAG, 29 cents for YMAG. That's 97% distribution rate on YMAG. Way to go, YMAG. And congrats to the guys out there who do have YMAG. I do not, but that is a distribution that has been needed for a while. YMAX, 21 cents. Now I do have YMAX, and 21 cents is definitely where I would love to see YMAX at. I want to see it in that 20 cent range. I really like it there. At 81% distribution rate, well needed on that one as well. So that's all of the weeklies for this week. Now let's slide down to the every 4-week payouts. And we'll start off with ABNY, 38 cents. AMDY with 42 cents. CONY with 73 cents. 106% distribution rate. Love it. CVNY, $4.56. 125% distribution rate. Wow, that's crazy. So for those out there who have CVNY, enjoy that nice payout. FIAT, 26 cents. And a new one here, HOOY, with $3.30. Very nice distribution, as I believe this is its first payout. MSFO, 54 cents. NEFLY with 68 cents. And PYPY with 55 cents. So, pretty good distributions this week as well. Now, let's see who actually got paid out the most out of Group C. Well, I think it's CVNY with $4.56 at a 125% distribution rate. Way to go. Way to go. And I love to see CONY at 106%. Super excited about that one, as I do have CONY. So what's going to pay out next week? And we all know it's my favorite. Group D, that's one of the favorites of the family here, which contains MSTY. That's right. We're looking for another distribution next week for Group D. And as I do have MSTY, I'll be looking forward to that. But as we know, Group D will be paying out next week. And that will contain the same weekly payers along with AIYY, AMDY, APLY, DISO, MSTY, SMCY, WNTR, XYZY, and YQQQ. So I don't know about you, but I am super excited to get another distribution coming up next week. Of course, nothing is guaranteed that we will get a distribution as stated on the website, but it doesn't mean that I'm not excited about next week, as I have some high hopes for a distribution for MSTY. We'll see what it pays out. Now, it has had a rough time in the market. We have been down a little bit, so we'll see how that affects our distribution. So let's just go over and let's check out MSTY on the chart just to see where it sets at today. Okay, so here we are on the Webull chart, and we're looking at MSTY currently right now. And as you can see, we did have another red day. It is coming on down. It came down to about $21.28, down about 1.94% for the day. So we did have a little bit of a red day. We've got some red volume here. We've got some red momentum building up. It is increasing. We do have the MACD still pointing down and moving away from that signal line as well. Therefore, we do see the RSI coming on down. So it looks like we could be seeing a little bit more of a downturn on MSTY just from what we're looking at right here. But I will say this, the RSI2 here, as you can see, it is currently sitting at 11.21, and we are at the bottom of that Bollinger Band. So if we get another red day tomorrow, I might be able to get a share or two more, as it will be below that 10 on the RSI2. It will be at the bottom of that Bollinger Band, and both of those are signs for me to look at buying a few more shares, as those are the points that I'm looking for whenever I make my purchase. Now, that does not mean that you need to make a purchase or anything like that. I am only stating what I am looking for, and that also does not mean that's the bottom, right? We could keep on coming on down. So do not think that's the bottom. You're going to buy it and it's going to go up. You could buy and it just keep on coming down. It is the stock market. You never know what's going to happen. But to better understand MSTY, let's take a look at MSTR. Because if MSTR is not quite at the bottom of that Bollinger Band, maybe I'll be waiting just a little bit longer just to see if it can come on down a little further. So let's check out MSTR. And there we are on MSTR. And as you can see, it too is at the bottom of that Bollinger Band. And that RSI2, we are sitting at 9.22. So it did get just below that 10 on the RSI2. Had I seen that, I guess I could have bought a share or two of MSTR and possibly get a share or two of MSTY as well, since MSTY follows MSTR, and if MSTR is at the bottom, then maybe it's a good time to get into MSTY as well. But as you can see here, after hours, it did shoot up. So even though it is after hours, and even though I could buy shares currently, as Webull does allow me to buy after hours, I would not necessarily want to, because currently it is at 368, so it has come up a little bit from the 364. So that would mean that that RSI2 is probably going to be up above that 10 now. So I'll wait and be patient and see if we can come on down and get below that 10 again. It's kind of hard to be able to buy these a lot of times because I'm not just watching the market. I normally don't get to check it out until toward the end of the day. And sometimes by then I could have missed the buy point. And as you can see, it did have a little bit of a wick here. If we zoom in on MSTR's candle today, it did get as low as 358.50. So I bet you and pretty much can guarantee you that that RSI2 here, even though it's setting currently at 9.22, I put $1 on that one that it was definitely below 10 at this point when it was at 358.50. But again, unless you're just sitting around watching the stock charts, or you just have a price set as a limit price, there's no way of catching it like that. You just have to get lucky. But that's okay. I'm in no hurry. And let's check out Bitcoin, as MSTR is more of a Bitcoin play. And we'll see how well it's doing. Because we do see that MSTR had a 2.14% drop. And let's see how far we are up against Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is down about 1%. And MSTR at close was down about 2%. And that's probably about right. We should probably look for whatever Bitcoin does. We should probably look for Mr. to do about 2 times that. So therefore, if Bitcoin went up 2%, it would not be odd to see Mr. up 4%. And the same goes on the downside. Now, I know a lot of you, you're seeing this Bitcoin and you saw it up around that 112. It did touch 112K, and now it's coming down. If you're in it for the long haul, you just have to be patient. It is trading sideways. It's just chilling out right through here. It's just up and down. It's just kind of trying to figure out which way it wants to go, resting, right? After this big move, it's just got to rest a little bit. Not saying that it's not going to keep coming down or take back off. It could just stay right here for quite a while and just chill. And as you can see on the MACD, we do have some red momentum building up here. We did get a cross down on the MACD, and the RSI is sitting at about 62 now. So with the cross down, the momentum down, maybe we're going to see Bitcoin come down a little bit more. But again, it's just chilling and trading sideways. Just be patient. If you're in it for the long haul, this is just how the market works. And then you throw Bitcoin in it and you just never know what it's going to do. It can shoot up and it can fall down. We like the volatility because the volatility helps Mr. move around a lot. And if Mr.'s moving around a lot, then therefore we get good premium on MSTY because the volatility increases, and therefore we get good premium through YieldMax with MSTY. So we got to have the red days and we've got to have the green days, and we've got to have a lot of movement. Therefore, you have to be patient and you've got to have the stomach for it. So that's why it's not for everyone, because you don't know what it's going to do. It could continue to go up. It could continue to go on down. We could end up making new lows. There is no telling. No one ever knows. And if somebody says they know exactly what's happening and what's going to happen next, run away quick, because no one can tell the future. No one knows what tomorrow brings. So I think I'm going to wrap it up right there. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, it'd be much appreciated. And as always, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you get into any stock plays. And until next time, legend out.